Keisha, isn't a social worker's job to solely take kids away from their family?
I'm so glad you brought that up. So, what it's the biggest thing we have to fight against. A lot of people only go off of what they see on TV, and they think that social workers are only people who take children. No, first of all, the social work system, the child welfare system needs to be revamped. We can all attest to that because Black children are disproportionately put in the system. So yes, that is a system that needs work, and we are actively working to try to dismantle that thing to rebuild a new one. However, that is not all what social workers do. Have I worked for CPS? Yes. But the major goal for CPS should be reunification. That is the main goal. So while people may see things on TV with taking kids, do kids get taken? Absolutely they do. If they are unsafe. And that requires like abuse, neglect, and abuse could be anything, physical, verbal, emotional. So social workers have such a broad range of working in different type of sectors, whether that's child protective services. We work with the elderly. I've worked with the elderly, private practice, government, hospitals. There's even travel social work. I found out about travel social work a year ago, and now I just be wanting to travel the whole country. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But social workers can do a range of things, program development, trainings. Again, doesn't matter. If you are somewhere, there's probably a social worker attached. Doesn't matter what agency. There's a social worker somewhere around there because social workers have so many marketable skills. We're actually needed everywhere. Everywhere. It's like a hot thing for you to have a social worker right now. So that's what the majority of my clinical and work experience is in. The psychology thing is more new for me. That's more on an individual basis.
So hold up. You're a psychologist and a social worker? What's the difference between the two?
So if we were to look at the difference, at least from my experience, social work is more macro, it's more systemic on a system level, and psychology is more individual, more internalized, like looking at those childhood traumas, linking it back to, your behaviors, your clinical symptoms that you may be presenting on an individual level. I'm not saying that the macro level isn't important in psychology. It's not, it just wasn't their focal point. But again, we talk about, I think, Auntie Ashley, you talked about collaboration or collaborating with different professionals. So it's important to do that.
Sounds right.